G'day folks, welcome to a Thursday afternoon. I think it's been a little while since I've done a video. I've just been a bit too busy and just not up to it at the moment, but we'll get back into it soon. Mainly just due to being tired, a little bit sick, that sort of thing. You know how it is, you just get worn out a bit, so we'll get back into it this weekend. We're going to have pretty fine weather. I'm working half of tomorrow because it's Friday and we're a bit under pressure at work, so I'll help them out by doing a half day. But apart from that, we should be able to get straight into it. So as you can see, I've got a commercial size paper shredder. And you know what that means. I'm going to have to feed some unusual objects into it. Like sheet metal, bits of brazing rod, bits of aluminum, brass, plastics, bits of itself. Yeah. I want to see if I can pull these little dividers out and open this slot up so that I can feed bigger objects in there. Pretty sure that's just for safety and guiding it, limiting capacity. So I'll see if I can pull these little dividers out and just open it right up and just have these two crossbars. Because there's two crossbars with cap screws and the rest of it's just shredder by the looks of it. Yeah. And it's a very fine cut one too, it's a real professional one. The other ones seem to leave 1/4 inch wide strips. This is like, I don't know, 3/16. Not even that small, sorry, 1/8. The other ones are about 1/4 or 3/16. These are 1/8 inch. It's about 3.2 millimeters for those Aussies, like me, who still somehow use the Imperial system, because it's awesome. But yeah, it's a German-built machine, pretty solid, and yeah. Might have to put a bigger motor on it in the end, but we'll see how well this motor goes, and if it even goes, and go from there. There's no top panel or control for it. It was just smashed off on the ground in the scrapyard, so I just grabbed what I could carry. It only cost me $5 for that, and a little IBM monitor. Yeah, that's a little monitor I scored with it. It's got a rather nasty case of screen burn, but it's got even got a little diffuser over the front, which I can't remove anymore. But yeah, that front comes off and you can see some really nasty screen burn on it. Looks like it was a cashier's thing. It's just got bank account and whatever else burned into it permanently. It's got a flat plug, like a serial plug in the back of it. No internal power supply. It's probably 12 volts from the computer. It's sort of similar size to the radar screen versus a 17-inch monitor like that one. It's kind of tiny. Not bad. Made in 1986. Model 200. Okay, well I've done a quick test and it runs. I'm just working out the reversing. Reversing's just straight across the run cap. You've got common, which is the white one, and then there's AC 1 or 2, forward or reverse. I believe brown is the forward one, so I might have to swap a couple of wires here, but either way I'm using this old Federal reversing switch. They can be a bit tricky to wire up at times, but this one's marked. It's got L1, L2 and L3. Since I'm only using single phase, I'm just using L1, which is bridged across the top, and that means there's a series of contacts in here. One of these contacts will be closed, which I believe is this one here, so the red wire is going to get power for forward, and then if you rotate it to center, neutral, no contact, no circuit, then rotate it again to the left and it should close these contacts here, which is the blue wire, so reverse. If it isn't running that way, I can just switch the two around and get it to the correct position, but apart from that it should work quite well. Yeah, these switches are quite handy for machines like lathes or low speed drilling machines. If you want to use it for tapping and you've got a motor on that's reverse capable, you can wire these up for either 3 or single phase. In this case it's designed to switch 3-phase and reverse the polarity of two of the phase wires. And that's all you need to do to reverse a 3-phase motor. Single phase you've got to swap, I think, a field winding and or start and a run winding or something like that. They often have little jumpers in the terminal box and you can just put a switch across it, so you've got common going into the switch and then terminal A for forward and terminal B for reverse. Like the Leeson motor that I put on the compressor, that has 2 terminals. You can just jumper across with 1 wire and there's a common terminal in the middle, so they're really easy. And again, there's little bridges underneath there. So all it's doing is reversing 2 phases. In this case, it's a 3-phase switch anyway. Not a bad little unit, die-cast housing. Okay, let's see what happens. It's going forwards, the rolls are going that way. Let's reverse. The chain is really slack. Yeah, that's alright. We'll run it till it starts skipping and gets stuck. Or it shreds the gearbox, and then I'll end up pulling it all apart and bolting a big 600 watt DC motor onto it with the proper speed controller. And probably a 50 to 1 gear reducer. Yeah, we can probably pimp this thing out pretty good with some serious motors. This thing's going to be tiny. Either way, I guess we better feed it something before it gets annoying. Make sure it's plugged in properly. Let's try something basic. Get in the hole. That's not good. I think we just skipped a tooth. It did not like that. Definitely going to need a bigger motor. Either that or I've wired it wrong, but no, it shouldn't be. I think this motor's just piss weak. Probably only designed to take a few sheets at a time. Yeah, I don't think it's designed for that much. What else can we feed it? Let's get some bits of plastic strip from the housing. Oh, it nibbles it. Oh, hang on. Go the right way. Poor old thing. It tried. I think we're definitely going to have to put a new motor on, especially I'm going to feed stuff like that through it. For a fairly heavy machine, it's kind of got no guts. It won't even take the brass. I took a bit of it. Yeah, we're going to have to do some modifications to this. Not that these cutters are ever going to grab anything too serious, which is a bit disappointing, but we've still got some alloy, a bit of brass plate which I was hoping it would eat, but I don't think that's going to work. Nope. It just nibbled the edges. And skipped a tooth by the sounds of it. It's just skipping teeth either in here or in here. What else? I don't think that's flat enough to go through there just yet. Not quite. Well, that got stuck. Okay, there's the factory test. Let's modify this a little bit. Probably not tonight, I might make a start on it, but yeah. I need a bigger shredder. We'll just get one of the big proper commercial ones. This looks commercial, but it's kind of poor unless you're only feeding a couple of pages at a time. I mean, you'd expect something this size to at least eat a brochure like that, because that's just kind of terrible. Well, that was disappointing. I hope you'll enjoy it, have a good night, and thanks for watching.